Yes, I'm so proud of myself. I've peeled myself off of the couch. I would, yeah, sleeping, falling. I'll be Chris go to sleep and Camry go to sleep. She's actually waiting for me to rub her legs out there. And before that, getting Cord to sleep. I feel like I do 3 bedtimes every night, and often Kai Kai's requests to go outside and sniff the night air. And the truth is, I prayed for these days. I love being the sleep fairy, their sense of safety as they drift off to their dreams. And it feels like I often maybe drop into the limiting belief that I have to push everything till the end, like that I can then begin, some of the creating and some of the things I want to do after. But I don't think that's true. And I think I'm leaning more into creative ways to put things into the pocket of my day, to invite them along, to allow Cameron and Cruz and Cord to be my catalysts for creativity that they are. In this motherhood journey, I have emerged as a new human every single time. I'll often refer to it in my mama tuition journey as and I always have some good thoughts. Earlier I did. Um, Camden transformed me, Cruz inspires me, and they all do to some degree, all these, but and Cord is such a healing agent. And I feel such a transcending chapter approaching. I was putting Cord to bed tonight, and some really deep divine downloads, they come to me all the time. And that's what part of sitting down and having these talking story sessions is. It's opening myself up as a portal to receive this information and be a conduit for this information for mom. And not just information, but like all that flows with me. Divine, it was the delivery room energy that I was going to speak to tonight. I love to use that phrase because for me, it allows me to just drop right back into that delivery room energy. It's this pure, not questioning myself, just being a conduit for the divine downloads, the dance with the divine that is motherhood. When I can very clearly and vividly feel in my body and my soul that surrender to the divine that flows through me in the delivery room energy, knowing that I was chosen, knowing that I am worthy, knowing, believing, embodying in every single way as those miracles of Aloha came forth into this earth and I reached down and brought them here, that I surrendered to my body and to its role and to its beauty and to its brilliance in those moments to deliver a life, that I was chosen alongside our divine creator to nurture and nourish those lives and bring them forth. And there's nothing more powerful for me and nothing more fulfilling, purposeful, meaningful than those moments. They are pure magic and magnificence, and that delivery room energy exists within me all the time, and I'm learning to tap into that all the time. And in these moments today, of feeling, fatigued and very and drained in a lot of ways, like, wow, I have 3 people who, I'm irreplaceable to them, and I know that, and I love that, and I cherish that. Um, And, I wanted to take a nap earlier today, but I chose to dive into getting to do school in second grade. We had a great day with second grade and pre-kindergarten with Cruz. And then I got on and I hopped on the Peloton and I did my 700th ride. And we were just so powerful as moms. And there are definitely moments. And I'm here, I'm feeling the call tonight to surrender to rest, restoration, rejuvenation, sleep as medicine. This course that I'm bringing to life right now. That is all this just joyful surrender. Surrender has been such a spiritual theme for me the past few years, and it continues to be at the forefront of my mind. Surrender used to mean to me, or suggest to me, sort of a waving of the white flag, like a surrendering of control, a being a passive, participant to whatever it might be, a not a giving up, but yeah, a lack of locus of control, maybe a surrendering is more like oh no, I can't do that. I would never do that. Like I got this. And I know and I feel that surrender is the portal to everything for me now. Surrender It's an act of reverence to myself, to the divine, to the creator, to Keakua. And it is in those moments of surrender when I more vividly and clearly see me, and I dance with the real true me. Um, and I can there in this, it's like there in the sanctuary is where that's where the delivery room energy is more vivid, and it allows me to tune out everything else to tune in. So surrender is an action for me now. It is a spiritual practice. It's surrender to come and sit down and get to dabble in divine delivery room energy tonight here. It is. Um, so I think I feel reinvigorated to take that delivery room energy into the everyday, the magical mundane, the messy magical, the colorful chaos, everything that today was, in and around the house and cleaning and, you know, cleaning into our first trip off island in a long time. And I think last night I wrote down like a bunch of the roles that being me is everything. It's enough, like showing up for me and keeping these commitments, right? But I'm a teacher. I'm teaching second grade and pre-kindergarten and early education with Cord. I'm travel planning. I'm organizing the LLCs for JD, and I am a family communicator because that's always been one of my gifts of words of affirmation and just communicating. Alongside JD the cleaner, mostly the CEO of the interior of this household. Um, I've taken on the role of like real estate agent with our house. We have it for sale by owner right now. Um, Digital course consumer of this real estate course I'm doing alongside physician colleagues right now. Digital course creator, sleep medicine course. I'm launching books that I've written. It's been a 5-year journey. In the past 2.5 months, I've been able to put out 2 children's books, and that has been writing them, designing them, bringing them to life alongside of brilliant illustrators in Maddie and Tiara, and then editing those books and self-publishing those books and marketing those books and emailing them out, and in many instances and delivering copies of them. And I am the gift giver in our house to like keep track of, be giving intentional gifts to people. Social media accounts, which right now is not a season where I'm super, super active, but I do that ebbs and flows for me. Mama Mindset Entrepreneur, and created that space for mamas, for myself, me as the mama mindset, and shining out in that way. A play therapist, because play is therapy for me. Play is the language that they speak. Dropping into play, those invitations to come into the small moments with them. I love it. And it's a practice. It's a surrender to choose to drop into the play mode with them. And I get to. And being a full-time mom and everything that requires. Oftentimes it's putting down everything that's in my hands and picking up my little 15-month-old just ball of aloha and being there. Being a wife and everything that entails from you to JD, showing up for him fully and listening and being creative in this season of chaos to show up for him in a way that is meaningful and powerful and impactful. And we're involved in our church with a Bible study and Friday night services, which we go to. And oh, they love going there. Children's church. We have a taco truck on Friday night, and we're friends with them, and it's so fun. Tonight we biked to church, and my bike battery completely wasn't charged. And for the first time with these, it's the first time since having them in several years of these. We have e-bikes that I like was humbled and was pedaling like without any help in there, just like a super heavy 80-pound frame bike. So I trained for this. And Cord and I were out there in the streets. Ballet organizer. Camden loves ballet. Her class age group was dropped because there wasn't enough enrollment for her teachers. So I started a ballet class and hosted at our house with 2 of her best friends and one of my good friends from the neighborhood, and have the teacher come here, and I host ballet. We're having a recital and I just ordered her costume, and it's for the Nutcracker, and it's incredible. Breastfeeding. And I want to speak to breastfeeding medicine, but I'm on year 5, you're really 8, of breastfeeding, and what a beautiful bond that is, and a way of giving. I call it my birthday ministry because birthdays like are celebrating the day of someone's birth. Keep track in my phone of some of our friends' anniversaries too, but just to validating people on their birthdays. I love doing that. I love the way that it allows me to connect with our friends near and far, both chosen Ohana here and beyond the reef. With Medicine Daily, I've been really on this day one mama mentality where I don't know how many days I've been working out in a row because me, the statistician and the scientist and the like competitive athlete in me loves streaks. And here's how many days I've been doing this. And like on Peloton, oh, here I've been on a 60-day streak or whatever. And I'm actually not counting the days that I'm on this day one mentality because it's not about what day number I'm on or keeping my streak alive. It's about every day showing up with a fresh day one mama mentality. This is day one. I'm showing up, I'm doing it. And I'm really dropping into that. And it's been the same with like a spiritual gem and showing up day one, and surrendering to the Savior and to the divine downloads that I receive from the word, from prayer, from intentional time set apart for that. And journaling. I've been on a little rehab project to like catch up to months of missing journal entries. Not missing, but just life got busy. So I've been journaling forward and journaling backward and retroactively visiting on my phone like days to prompt me what we did that day. And here, this podcast, this telling of the life story, this whatever it is, talking story to myself and posting to my YouTube account without any fanfare or really like, hey, this is happening. It's just a commitment that I'm keeping to myself. And that feels beautiful, right, and valid and true of the one wild and precious life we're given. And then also just kind of this digital fast that we continue to embrace. So it's been well over a month of a choice to eradicate screen time, video games, phones, iPads, all forms of digital media in our home with our keiki. We had some video games. We had a video game summer and plenty of days of long iPad, and we have like great learning apps and things like that that sure I think can have some benefit, but I've been really diving into the research and into the frontal lobe development and the neurotransmitters, and all of it, the circadian cycles and the development of empathy and socialization. And I felt led and called to eradicate those, and just really focus on them as growing, evolving human beings in their childhood and the wildness in them and their imaginations and honoring that and connecting in this pure and organic way. And so it's been a journey for all of us, and it's meant for me to pivot and put my phone and keep my phone here in the technology room and try to lead, right, and not be on it. And I resonate with, yeah, if you're too big to serve, then you're too small to lead. And I do want to lead my children. I want to lead in meaningful and impactful ways. And that means curating my consumption and being intentional about my use of media. So those are ways I've chosen to embrace delivery room energy in the everyday. Sometimes it helps. Today, it helped me to just kind of like see it all. But also, I don't need the validation. I just show up and get to show up and wake up. And this morning, I grounded myself in the most gorgeous pink and orange sunset with just the greenery in our backyard, the vivid signs of life and growth. And I know that there's so much growth happening in me, even and especially on the days when I feel fatigued and worn down. That I'm sustained, that I'm suspended in this magic, and that I get to surrender to it every single day, the delivery room energy.